So good morning and evening. Some of us are just starting the day and some of us are already well and truly into the day. So welcome everyone to today's masterclass, which is a little earlier than normal, which is in some ways nice that we can all connect together. So I'd like to just give some reference to everybody and where we're heading for today. And I guess the first thing I want to say is, while we're remembering who we are, and this is, hi Radomir, how are you? While we're remembering who we are, the thing is to remember exactly that we're not just a drop in the ocean. We actually have the ocean in the drop of us. So we're not just this small, little, insignificant part of the universe. We're a very integral part of it. We're an integral part of humanity. What Gay does in Western Australia has an impact on me. What Yasmina does in Antwerp has an impact on me. All of you have an impact on each other. And so we've arrived at this very interesting time. We're about here at the tipping point, which is what I got the other day when I was in a meditation. We're in the eye of the storm, we're in the eye of calmness. What takes us off into either direction will be based on how we are in the present moment, compared to being sucked in to the vortex of negativity. And also, as we've talked about before, the matrix or the iron matrix of Earth, the old 3D Earth that has been very prominent for thousands of years. And the thing is, we're in this period of time where people have eyes, but they don't have eyes that see. And I think, all of you may understand what I'm talking about. There is people whose consciousness is already awake, and then yet there's people who have the same eyes as you who don't see anything. And unfortunately, it's sort of created this divide amongst us. And it was interesting. I had a girlfriend talk to me about a friend of hers who has an exemption to wear a mask. And she was simply up getting some bread from the beautiful organic shop, and a man comes barreling down at her and yelling at her, "It's your fault that we're in lockdown. It's your fault." And he was just yelling at her, and she just standing thinking, I don't deserve to be spoken to like this. Why is he picking on me? I have an exemption. And that's very much what's happening. And I think we all mentioned earlier that we're feeling the energies in this absolute merry-go-round or roller coaster ride that we're on. And we're having to navigate it to the best of our ability. And I haven't actually left our property all weekend. We're in a weekend and we're in our 6th lockdown for 18 people being tested positive. So I have felt not to go into the world because I can feel the anger and frustration and the despair at the same time. So I think for many of us who are empaths or sensitives, you're also picking up on that. So why you're picking up? Because everything is energy. Everything is information that forms energy. So at some level, you're feeling that energy moving through your body. And so we're right in this point where we have a choice. We have a choice of which path we want to be on. We want to be in fear, division, anger, control, hate, AI technology, the old 3D Earth, or we want to move into love, unity, peace, freedom, healing, consciousness, and a 5D Earth. So this is part of the great awakening that every single one of you have agreed on for being here right at this point of time. And for most of us, we've come in through the information of creation, the information of Creator, Gregory Grabavoy's teachings that we all agreed to participate in, we all agreed to come and meet in, so that we can teach everyone in our consciousness how creation works, how the science of spirituality works, because We are so unique in the universe. Humans are creative beings who have free will to choose. And at the moment, everybody's getting tested about their free will. So there are the group of people who go, if I have a vax, I can travel, and that's important. I don't have a vax, I don't travel, and that's important. So in meaning that what really means so much to you, is it your health, well-being, your sovereignty, or is it the fleeting moments of pleasure that you have in traveling? Because this is where the law of freedom to choose is really playing out. And I see people that I know around me who have chosen to take the jab so they can travel, and yet still claim to be, on a spiritual path. And if you are truly spiritual and you value your sovereignty is part of that is your physical body, which is the temple of your soul. So you choose you as a sovereign being over fleeting choices of happiness or perceived happiness. So this is where many people feel like they don't have a choice. We always have a choice. And with that choice comes consequences. So there are many little elements that are coming together at this point. And so we are actually in the presence of so much influence. We're in the presence today by the influence of the stars, and we did quite a lot of that in the last month, connecting with the constellation of the Big Bear and Sirius. We're affected by number coding that you can't even see with your physical eyes. We have our consciousness, which is being absolutely uploaded at the moment. And we also have our intentions to create. And we're right in that new moon energy of creating something new. So here we are on the 8th of August, a day that has been considered a spiritual date for thousands of years. And what we are seeing in the sky is the star Sirius emerging, the bright, it's called the other sun, the bright sun in our night sky, Sirius, emerging and coinciding with the Orion constellation. And these are aligning up very much as my background today was very much lining up with the pyramids of Giza, the 3 pyramids of Giza. So something that the ancient Egyptians celebrated, creating a trinity of, celestial activation, which opens this special time called the Lionsgate.
Wherever you like, wherever we can.
I'm going to put you all on mute. So just for this time. And then we can unmute you. So here's the Orion star system, the 3 pyramids of Giza. Orion here, the Orion belt of the 3 stars, and here is Sirius, of course, in our Milky Way. And all of those are being activated. And not only that, is we're having that activation happening with us with the light that is coming from the great central sun. So the Lionsgate portal is a time of expansion and activation when Earth, Sirius, Orion, and the great central sun are a direct alignment. So Sirius acts as a transmitter of celestial light codes for awakening from the great central sun, and it's inviting us to use the energies to connect with and express our deepest gifts as divine spiritual beings, which we often forget that we are. So during the portal, a doorway opens, and that's what the portal means. It's a doorway to a higher frequency, to the next level of our divine soul expression. So here on Earth, which is why the ancient Egyptians celebrated this period. And the Lionsgate is also a celebration for the very old Lemurian lineages. And I know many of you here and many people on the planet have the Lemurian memories. In the last 12 months, we've had Lemurian remembering, and we've also at the same time had Atlantean remembering. In fact, the Atlantean timeline actually crossed into our timeline. So those two particular timelines have carried with them a great lot of sorrow and a great lot of trauma. And so for many people that feel they have a past in Atlantis and Lemuria, we're having to clear that from our templates so that it doesn't affect us anymore. But we're seeing that played out also in the world based on a narrative that's bringing up the trauma within everyone. So in these lineages, in these Lemurian lineages that we all have, there is special soul codings and what they call bloodlines as well. So also active for many of you will be the coding of the Rosa Mystique, which is the Mary Magdalene and the Jesus lineage. Ooh, I'm getting a nice tingling with that one. So many of you have that, the wisdom knowledge of that lineage, which aligns with the Christ consciousness. And for those that believe in the Christ or Jesus or Mary Magdalene or have a remembering of that, when they say the Christ will return, or where you hear people say Jesus will return, where they're actually referring to the Christed energy. So the Christ will return, and we know this is the awakening of the Christ consciousness. Now, many of you have been here before when I've described our experience with Kirby Delanarole in Sri Lanka back in 2014. And I watched in a moment of time where Kirby came into the room. He'd had a Jesus experience. He's a prophet of Sri Lanka and a dear friend of ours. And he said, in the name of Jesus Christ, and he turned some people's amalgams to gold and silver. And in that moment afterwards, we could look around and see whose teeth had changed, whose amalgams had changed. But also what you could witness is like gold dust on people's arms. And so Brian, being a clairvoyant, he said he could see Kirby's spiritual cord was really big, and the entrance point of the love of the Creator under the left shoulder blade, he said there was a massive tunnel of light coming, one from his heart, one from his solar plexus, and flooding the room in Christ consciousness. And we all have that here. You don't just need to be a Christian to feel that. And so we've had even experiences where people have come into the house. Professor Leslie, for instance, came when he was staying here once, and he goes, "Oh, you've got a pile of gold stardust all over your table," he said. So yes, we all have that, and we're all activating that Christ consciousness. So it's time to be extremely aware. There are soul contracts that are activating, and we are here to remember our true potential for creation. So part of our soul contract is that we all agree to be here, to live through all the aspects and to navigate the road ahead. And it's like there's an absolute tornado that's thrown a multitude of things onto the path that we're having to deal with. And we can either get frightened and not deal with it, or we face it in our own power, in our sovereignty, and move forward. So there is still distorted corruption and ego of the Atlantean timelines that's held in the consciousness unconsciously. Some people are remembering. There are people coming into our life who have memories of the role they played in Atlantis, or the role they played in the downfall of Atlantis. And so they have this feeling they never want to see that happen again. So we need to then be able to harmonize and clear this from the planet as we speak. So what you're seeing is part of the negative aspects that was the down throw of Atlantis. All the control, the manipulation, the fear is part of that old timeline that's moving. So currently there are 2 timelines that we're navigating: the positive ascension 5D timeline and the negative coronavirus control reset timeline. And every moment at every day, we have a choice of which one we're going to play in. And that's what you're navigating. So between mid-August and mid-October, the narrative on Earth was going to hot up. And it will be the most dark and most volatile period for starseeds, for us, who must hold their ground. And that means is to stand in the light of who we are. What does this mean when we stand in our light? We actually stand in our sovereign power. This is why we are here on Earth at this time. And I'm not just talking sovereign power as in by law sovereign beings of Earth, but also our sovereign power as an aspect of creator, as creating beings who have so much that other people envy. So your spiritual energy is required at the moment, and how you manage that is extremely important too. So we're also in the period of the new moon. So the new moon is about creation, and today is the number 8. So we're in an 8-day, 8-month, and 8 is a symbol of balance, union, and infinite abundance. And I'm not just talking about monetary. Everything that we need is given to us if we step out of the way and stop trying to control what it is and realize that it's there. We just need to be able to take away our physical eyes from saying it's not there and start to see where we have everything we need. There is an extremely potent day to set intentions for uplifting your life's journey to the next octave of creation in oneness. And this is also a time of new beginnings with the portal of a new time. So we are also anchoring in a new time period. So with the new moon occurring on this same day as the Lion's portal, it's even more spiritually potent than ever. So we are in the sign of Leo, and Leo is the courageous lion. I think, Eileen, it's your birthday tomorrow. So the courageous lion, which is a symbol of the heart center. So many people may have been feeling their heart activating in many ways, in palpitations, little flutters, or a little bit of a pain. This is because your heart center is being activated and given way to the expression of your creativity, your personal empowerment, your ability to love yourself. Lots of self-love is needed at the moment. Your courage is being pulled on, your inner strength, and the freedom that you have to choose, the freedom that you have as a soul here on the physical earth. So the Lionsgate light transmission that we're going to do will infuse us with more of these qualities and prepare us to shift into the next level of higher consciousness. It's just allowing our controlling left brain to have a break as we start to just be open to receiving more of this light activation. So this is moving us to the next phase of our soul missions in the creation of a new earth, a heaven on earth. So there is the next level of higher consciousness, as I said, that's activating its levels of integrity, courage, and strength, which are the very strong themes for us. When there is chanting of freedom in the outer world by people who don't feel like they're free, it is our inner sovereignty and our inner freedom that are integral for us to embody and to be able to self-actualize, to be able to move into higher states. And in the collective ascension process, it is important to continually ask ourselves whether we are fully sovereign in our choices. Just please hear that. We are fully sovereign in our choices. What do you choose in this moment? Do you choose fear or do you choose love? We need to be more mindful of our thoughts. I think it would scare you if you stop and listen to your thoughts, really. So the question is a litmus test to check if we are walking the path of our true sovereignty, or alternatively, the path of slavery to an externally imposed narrative. Vax or no vax, your choice, freedom to choose. While we are supported by the solar power of Sirius and the great central sun, in our process of illumination, we are simultaneously challenged and strengthened by the portal of the new time. The old structures are dissolving and the new structures aligned with life are under construction. So understand that your courageous choice to come to Earth to co-create new realities and timelines means your soul mission calls you now even more to create this new Earth. It's time to activate our missions. It's time to activate yours and our collective soul contracts, because we're all in a soul contract together. It simply takes a few minutes a day to dream a new Earth and to take all the focus of the current realities and any news being shared that could take you into fear. So here's a few tips to get you past these times. It's, first of all, keep grounded. Keep physically your energies on Earth. Many of you who develop spiritually will want to not be here. And sadly, I've talked to, I think, 3 or 4 people in the last week who have said to me, I don't know if I really want to be here. It's all too hard. So you can imagine the struggle that's going on in their consciousness. Part of them wants to be here and part of them doesn't. And when I can test on the time wave or Healy where people's chakra energies are at the moment, I can always see where they are. And mostly when people are starting to leave, their lower chakras are not fully grounded here at all. And you cannot create in the physical reality if your heart, your solar plexus, your sacral and your root chakra are not grounded to the physical planet. So it's very important in this time to keep grounded, to go into nature, because remember, nature is all about creation and harmony, to eat light. And I mean, no heavy meals, because I'm sure some of you haven't even felt like eating. I didn't feel like eating yesterday. It was like I couldn't stomach anything except for some water. So lots of good water. And remember, you can use the cube cone cube over the water and change the water. Morning, Wendy. We can change the water into anything we want. Transformation of this water into highly activated light frequency, detoxifying, hydrating, whatever it is, according to the Creator's norm. And you only need to spend a second over the water, giving it an objective, and it will change. I did that with Yasmin this last week. We went through changing water. So, and she could see in just a small amount of concentration, the impact she had on changing the water molecules. So, and the other important thing is to move your body, because as we are really feeling this energy in our body, as somebody of you said today, it feels heavy in the legs. Remember, not only are you a physical body, but you're an energy as well. So you need to stretch and move your body and move the energy out of your physical body. And the other good thing is breathing. When you feel that tightness in a certain area, breathe into it. Really deep breaths and breathe it out. Actually release it. Another good thing at this time is listen to the Solfrigo frequency music. You can have a look on YouTube, and the Solfrigo frequencies are the natural rhythm of music. Unfortunately, it was controlled and everything was synced to a 440 hertz frequency, and that is not the true frequency. So listening to music will, for me, helps, and I know may help for some of you. So, and the final thing is do things that bring you joy. Only do things that bring you joy. For all of you who have a 7 in your birth date, that will be easy. But for all of you that don't have a 7 in your birth date, remember, you have a choice to do the things that make you feel joyful, not because you should or have to. They have to bring you joy. So as we start to tune into the frequencies of this new 5D Earth, there are only the feelings of calm and peace and presence, abundance, kindness, compassion, and much love. So when you connect into that, when you take the time for a small amount of time in the day to connect to the new 5D timeline or to the feelings of gratitude, then you start to feel very peaceful. I know Wendy and a few of us, I think Sarah as well, we're going through a gratitude, 21-day gratitude with Deepak Chopra that we did last year. Solfrigo, yes, it's Solfrigo, Solfregio. I might not say it right. Solfrigo. My Italian is not too good today. So we're doing a 21-day gratitude just as a reminder at this time. Yes, Yasmin, thank you for that. So it's important for us to hold these frequencies every day. So a daily practice of just getting peaceful and connecting to the new earth. So you're being asked to detach from any attachment to the current reality and see them as a very temporal situation. So imagine it's like train stops that we're passing on a train journey to somewhere wonderful. Each stop has an experience, but it's getting us to a place where we're creating this new earth. So in our July masterclass, we started to connect and use our soul star chakras, our earth star chakra, and the earth star chakra represents all past karmic influences pertaining to this life and your past lives. So this is a powerful reflection point for cleansing and reclaiming ourselves. Also, this planetary earth star alignment is bringing to the surface all unresolved relationships karmically, which have been left unseen. So you may need to reevaluate your relationships with, say abundance, or your relationships with other people, or relationships with your family. And being able to let that go, even if your left brain is saying, oh, but they're family. Just in this current moment, you need to step away and detach from this. We're being asked to reevaluate all of this and to bring in greater freedom and a higher state of love. So I wanted to also touch on the number 8, because we have 2 of them. So the word God in numerology represents the number 8, and 8 is abundance, eternity, infinity, everlasting. So when 8 is placed horizontally, it symbolizes infinity and endless blessings and infinite love, infinite energy, infinite light, infinite bliss, infinite truth, infinite joy, infinite possibilities. And this energy is always here. It's just us being able to tap into it. And the only way to do that is through your beautiful sacred heart center, your gateway to your soul. And this is why everything keeps driving back to the heart. In many ways, this is the beginning of understanding portal technology and its great potential. So please understand there is an ongoing planetary project something through this process, people will disappear out of your life. And for some, they must face themselves and be alone. And what I mean by that is some people on the planet have been distracted, kept themselves distracted with people around them and other people's issues becoming a priority for them. So for instance, if somebody is very much self-sacrificing or is in service to a wider community, they will put themselves second to themselves, to others. And so in this point of time, maybe you're being left alone so that you put you first. There's no outer distraction, and you have to listen to what's going on in your mind, to listen and tap into what the messages are from your soul, to get quiet and really start to connect, because this is the only way we're going to move this solidly onto the earth. So the light of the truth has become even more sought after than ever before. It's a big theme. You know, it's been a massive theme for me in the last couple of, or 18 months, especially with what's happening. And so this 8th month is going to be another opportunity for those in awareness to these energies with humanity to redream and envisage the collective human story in freedom for all. So as we start to move into this, new Earth 5D frequency, we need to stop and envisage what the Earth will actually look like. So I'd actually like to ask a few people what they can imagine this would be. So I'm just going to unmute anybody that wants to unmute, ask you to unmute. You'll have to do the rest physically. So what does this new Earth that we're talking about, what would it be like for you? I'd love to hear. Anybody? Michelle, Radomir, anyone who'd like to share? What do you envisage this new life?
Can everyone hear me or not?
Yeah, I can, Eileen.
Oh, it's Michelle.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
It's okay. I think sometimes, I get really excited and, let myself, as you said, play with it, like just the innocence of a child, and, for there just to feel that peace, in your heart, and, know that, there's no more sort of trickery. So it's the opposite of that. I don't want to say anything negative, but, just that peace, and to feel peace and love, and, just play and let our souls be our souls. And, if you want to do healings, you can stand there in a tree and just be with the tree. And, because at the moment, if I do that in public, people think I'm definitely strange, but, I communicate with the trees, as you know, and animals. So maybe it's just a life of quieter as well, and just to be, just to be us.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you. That's good thoughts to have, absolutely, as we create them. What about you, Eileen? Thanks, Michelle.
That's okay.
Well, I was just thinking then, I think I've experienced kind of many things, like I know I still have a long way to go, but the things that come into my life and the realization of that's just what I need, or just those sort of simple things that have become my my normality now.
Yes.
I just wish that for everybody. And there's a group that I feel we kind of like, that we with our children, and that we want, safety and everything for our children. But I've seen like a group of like teenagers, say from 12 to about 15, 16. That age group to me just seems to be in such confusing kind of timeline. And I would just love for everybody just to have a sense of just their power and who they are. And, you know, they can, you get, you know, you can achieve through love and not fear.
Yep, absolutely. And so what is being asked of you in this time is to already see that happening, because we create based on what we're playing in our head. We've created collectively what's playing on the old 3D timeline, and it's trying to absolutely steal our thoughts, steal our creative ability, because we're putting all the energy into trying to not be in there.
Yes.
And so we have to be clear, because we're going to create the new earth. So we need to get really specific. So, and I will ask a few others. So for instance, like this, you could imagine that you're in, and many people have said they contact me and said, I feel like I need to be in part of the community, but I'm not building a, you know, an ashram or anything like that. But they're saying, imagine a beautiful new house that's off the grid, that has free energy, surrounded by nature, and is fully self-sustained. To me, that is living on a new earth where everything's provided for. We once had that beautiful connection with earth and what it gave us, and now we also are being asked to do that again. We're being asked to create. So thanks, Eileen.
And yep. Marrying and never having to lock your door.
Yes, it used to happen. It used to happen. Thank you. Yasmina,
you just know. Yeah.
Thank you. Yasmina, did you want to say something?
Yes, for me, a new earth is where everyone is living heart-centered, and is living to its full potential, but truly in alignment with what is, with the creator, if you would, and where everyone feels that they belong, that there's no division anymore. There's only connection. There's only connection. And I totally agree with you, Mariam. I was thinking about that too, where you live in the moment, not worrying where you will get your tomorrow, but where everything is available because you are aligned in the moment, and you will get whatever you need in that moment. So and it will be brought to us. Yeah, that's what I think. A new earth, it would be nice.
Yes, absolutely.
Here.
So just for a moment, somebody's got background noise, so I'm not going to have to probably put everybody back on. Okay. So I want you just to close your eyes for a moment and envisage a few things. Firstly, envisage that, or imagine that there are conscious communities all through the planet, and that there is beautiful new housing that's off the grid. They're surrounded by nature. There's a beautiful interaction with nature where we are tilling the soil, feeding and nurturing us. The soil is doing that back. We're energized by our surroundings, and everything we need is around us. So also imagine that we have access to advanced technologies that have our crops grown with pristine nutrition and heal our bodies so fast that we experience what it truly means to be supreme, sovereign beings. Imagine schools for children that activate their multidimensional soul codex and gifts to have them co-create their full lives with their souls. Imagine seeing children in their full power. Imagine a world where we are present with all the love and beauty around us. and receive fully what it means to be alive. And imagine having love for ourselves and others at a level that love truly is the most valued experience. And imagine an earth where we co-create with each other in harmony and oneness. This is what it means to hold the timelines of the new earth. So during this 8/8 Leo new moon, this is a powerful alignment to access our multi-dimensional downloads. This is a good time to count our blessings and gratitude and be grateful for how far you have transitioned in your life so far, but specifically you have come in this last year, and know that the light shines from our sun. The light shining from our sun is genetic code, beautiful crystalline light. And during this month, and especially now that we're on the Lionsgate, that this new codex of crystal light is waiting to be absorbed into your cellular matrix. What this means is your light body, your cells, your genetic code has the opportunity to bring into normal templates into our high caliber of the new, what we call the golden age, what Grabavoy would call eternity, heaven on earth. It's time to activate this. And in this week's meditation that I did, I heard very loudly that we were at the tipping point. The energies are high, which may cause you to feel like you are having an energetic wobble, as many as you have said. So the fiery Leo August is a dramatic month, but we need to stay away from the people that bring us down and turn off the mainstream media and anything that lowers your vibration. The message is live in the heart energy. Don't get triggered. Trust in the ever-present guide of the divine to support you. So let's move into our Lionsgate activation. Any questions or anything that people want to comment on before? All good? You might need to just jump out if you wanted to say anything. Otherwise, we'll move on. Did you want to say something, Eileen? No, okay. Right. So I want you to sit back in your chair, get quite comfortable where you are, feel your feet on the ground. If you want to lie down, you also can do that, but just take this moment, bring your awareness to your physical body. Just in this moment of now, how does your physical body feel? Now just be aware of how you're breathing. Start to take some deep breaths. And breathe out any restrictions, any lower energies. Take another deep breath in. Breathe out any trauma. Now take your physical awareness to your sacral area. You may want to even place your hands just on your lower belly below your navel and breathe into that area. Let your hands rise, soften the belly, relax, and breathe out from this creative center. Take another deep breath in, releasing all hindrances to creation. Now bring your awareness and connect to your heart. You might want to even touch the area of your heart and take a big collective deep breath in. filling up your whole chest, filling up your heart, and taking a big heart breath out. Take another deep breath in through your heart and release it. A beautiful release with a yawn. Now we're going to connect to our soul star chakra, which is above our head, about 16 centimeters above our head. And we're also going to connect to our earth star chakra. So we connect to the center of the earth star chakra right below our feet. And we connect again to the center of the earth, deep into the earth, and the new crystalline grid of Mother Earth. Take a deep breath in and feel your energy moving from your soul star chakra right through your body into your earth star chakra and into the center of the earth, into the crystalline grid, anchoring your energy here into the point of now. Now bring your awareness to the great central sun that is beyond our physical sun. And see the great central sun streaming crystalline white light into your soul star chakra above your head. See it streaming and activating your chakras. And down through into your earth star chakra. Right into the crystal grid, right into this new earth grid. Stream the light coding for alignment of all chakras and meridians with the number code 88889, 88887, 8888 with the infinity sign over the last 4 8s. 88889, 88887, 8888 with the infinity sign. Stream this light coding through your physical body. And just be aware of what you feel in your physical body. Now imagine or see yourself in a pillar of golden white light of the Creator. It forms the pillar or a cylinder of light around you. Send a light impulse to activate the spin of this pillar and spin off all dark matter, all negative programming, all negative information that is affecting you in the here and now. Now bring your awareness back to your physical body and notice any areas that feel tight or heavy. Take your sacred breath and breathe into the areas and breathe out all the information that is stuck there. Breathe in the light of your silvery white light of your soul and breathe into the areas with this light. Now at the area of your heart anchor into your heart energy the two signs, infinity, which is the horizontal 8, and eternity, which is the vertical 8, and overlap them so they form the symbol of ever-flowing eternity and infinity, with the center point being 0 point, the collapse of duality. In the beautiful pillar of light, surround your body with a silver sphere, with mirrors on the outside, and claim, "This is my sacred and sovereign space." Now connect with the star Sirius. See the number series of Sirius first starting at your physical body, and then the final number on Sirius, and feel its beautiful blue, powerful light shining to you. The number starting at your physical body is 4, 9, 8, 7, 1, 3, 2, 1, 9, 4, and the last number 9 touches the star Sirius. 4, 9, 8, 7, 1, 3, 2, 1, 9, 4, 9. Feel the connection from your physical body to the star Sirius, and feel the energy radiating of blue light from this star to you. There are many within this group that are Sirian star seeds. So allow the star of Sirius and the Sirian High Council to assist you. From this space, we take a trip to the temple of our soul, which is built on 12 pillars. Approach the temple of your soul and enter. What do you notice? Who is there in this space? In front of you is a golden throne. In this temple, go and sit on this golden throne. And feel your energy as you sit on the throne and anchor in your sovereign energy. We consciously connect to the light of the Creator. 1, 2, 3, 7, 0, 7, 4, 4. 1, 2, 3, 7, 0, 7, 4, 4. Immediately above my head, on the roof of the temple, notice a pyramid prism window that beams the golden white crystalline light from the great central sun, activating the crystalline coding within you. Next, I create a silvery violet sphere with a number code for general rescue of humanity and the universe and the end to possible global catastrophes. 3198-17318. 3198-17318. The information of general rescue and harmonious development is contained within this sphere. And notice as the golden white light of the Creator flows from your soul star chakra, flowing into your heart, and then from your heart into the sphere of macro rescue. The light of the Creator and the light of your soul is filling this sphere. In this silvery violet sphere of the macro rescue, I add the information for the realization of eternal life for all. 428-741-888. 428-741-888. This number series communicates to the unified field, ensuring and realizing of eternal life for all. See this information like small strings, fine cobwebs going to every person on earth, that they receive the information of eternal life. Next, we call on the four directions of the physical world which surrounds us. To the east, the element of the air offers us the winds of change. To the south, the element of fire, to burn and remove all that is not in the level of the Creator. To the west, we call on the element of the water, to wash and clean and purify the consciousness and the planet. To the north, we call on the element of earth, the grounding mother of abundance. We also call on the angels and archangels and other celestial beings to assist us in this activation. In the east stands Raphael with his green energy connecting to your heart. In the south, Michael and his silvery white light sword. In the west, Gabriel and his blue light of clear communication. And in the north, Uriel, the golden light that represents the light of God. All of these are there to support us in this shift. I call forth the energetic anchor, the wisdom and support of our spirit guides, ascended masters, angels, the enlightened elders of our lineage, our ancestral lineage, of our beloved relatives on the other side, and our spirit animal guides, to hold immaculate space in each of the four sacred corners as I enter the Lionsgate portal activation. In accordance with the Akashic record, I allow the Lionsgate to be activated, awakened, and opened as I enter through this portal into a parallel timeline of my next higher self. In stepping through this portal, may all healing I am ready to receive be completed. May all activations and crystalline DNA I'm ready to embody be activated. And may all wisdom, life direction, and inspiration in serving the glory of a life purpose, I don't have to figure it out in my head, be realized, received, and revealed. In accordance with all the knowledge contained in my soul information center, I allow all gifts of healing, activation, awakening, and transformation to be actualized in this present moment of time and anchored as my new 0 point field, allowing this brand new reality that I welcome to be accepted by my subconscious mind and encoded in the cellular memory as my new abiding state of reality. I accept this activation and each gift my words declare, my readiness to receive, that now integrates into the fabric of time and space, into the point of now, at exactly the pace that serves my highest, greatest good. I accept that each aspect of this Lionsgate portal equally serves in the tipping point of humanity's ascension, as I offer every person the exact amount of connection or space to work out the complexities and the vulnerabilities of their journey. If and when during this Lionsgate portal or any time hereafter, I witness humanity purging emotional density while identifying with its individual or collective shadow, I can support the transmutation of the old dissolving paradigm by anchoring the light of my new reality as a space holder of Earth's ascension. As I utilize the sacred invitation and power of the Lionsgate portal to step through interdimensional hyperspace and into a new parallel timeline of my next highest self in form. May I offer compassion, the harmony of creation, and kindness, whether up close or at a distance, to anyone identified with the very shadow being purged. May I witness the pain that has been buried as a chance to help bring their consciousness back into full awareness. I offer this awareness as a gift of loving service with no attachment to outcome for anyone or any situation in view. If and when the anchoring of light feels overwhelming, it merely acts as a sign reminding of the perfect moments to enact self-care. Knowing from the depths of my soul wisdom, each choice to care for myself, sending waves of consciousness throughout the quantum field, to help others in supporting their own needs instead of judging them or fighting with others. In the name of me as soul, as creator, I bring abiding peace to earth, no matter how turbulent the waves of change, the ebbs and flow, I accept the Lionsgate portal activation that completes the soul contracts and cuts the cords of all I am ready to move beyond, with the utmost gratitude to every circumstance, person, or outcome that has served my evolution. I give thanks for making the Lionsgate portal activation complete. Thank you, spirit guides, ascended masters, archangels, the enlightened elders of my ancestral lineage, my beloved relatives on the other side, and my spirit animals for holding immaculate space in each of the 4 sacred corners, and continue to make your presence known as the light I shine, the breath I breathe, the wisdom I receive, the guidance I follow, and the truth I speak that is always anchored in the vibration of peace, unity, abundance, wholeness, and love. Now allow the light from the great central sun to again stream through your physical body, anchoring in the codes. Allow your body to surrender on all levels of reality, on all the dimensions of time and space. I send a silvery white light impulse of my soul and a gold light impulse from the Creator. And I exit out the temple of the soul with the rose pink impulse from the light of spirit. And I fix the result, completion of the Lionsgate portal, and allow all integration to occur as swiftly, miraculously, and gently as it always has been meant to be, according to all parameters of creation on all levels of reality now and for all times. Materialization in front of the backdrop of the Creator's soul, 8898. Just be aware again of your physical body. Just wiggle your toes and feet, coming back into the point of here and now. Might want to take a little stretch. Take a breath. How are you all feeling? I hope you're feeling very peaceful. I didn't say hello to you, Faris, so hello. How are you feeling in your physical body? Anybody notice anything? Any message? I'm just taking anybody off unmute if they wanted to say anything.
Yeah, it feels beautiful. Thank you for that, Marion. It's it was stunning. Thank you.
A pleasure. Thank you, Maureen, for that. All feeling nice and calm. We're going to be integrating this through the day and for us here in Australia during the night. So just allow yourself to be really open. Be mindful for those who are starting the day where they put their energies. We're going to finish a little earlier today because Grabvoy's 10 hours of convention has started. Just know that if you're not going to sit there for 10 hours, I hope you've been able to register for the replay. The replay will be available in 2 days, and you will have 7 days to review that, and then it won't be available. So I'm going to let everyone go who wants to jump on into that, because it should have just about started by now. And thank you all for joining me on this beautiful activation of the Lionsgate and the shift, and take lots of care and self-love for you. See you, everyone.
Hey, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marion.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Marion.
Thank you, Marion. Thank you
Bye.
very much. Bye.
Thank you.